This is Who Are We Voting For? Meet the candidates. I put these videos together so you could put a name to a face to the candidates that you're voting for. So we don't go into the voting booth wondering who we're voting for. This is for the voters and not for the candidates, so we are more educated as voters.
I'm Michael Lamb. I'm the Pittsburgh City Controller. I grew up here in the city of Pittsburgh in Beechview, in a quiet part of Beechview, one of those places where everybody knew everybody else. My parents knew, my parents watched out for the kids on our street. Their parents watched out for us. One of those places where you really do get a sense of responsibility, not just to yourself, but to the broader community. I grew up with a younger sister, and two older brothers. My mom was always instilling in us that sense of community responsibility. She'd say, "Look around. There's something you can do." And when you didn't have something to do, she'd give you some suggestions on what you could do. But our neighborhood back then was really idyllic in many ways. I mean, it was here in the city of Pittsburgh, but it was one of those hilltop neighborhoods that's surrounded by woods. So we were, we really got the best of both worlds, living in the city, but really having an experience that you could actually feel like you were in the wilderness many times. What's now called the seldom seen Greenway surrounded our neighborhood. And so we really spent a lot of time there. The playground at the end of our street was a place where we spent a lot of time. My street, I lived on Gladys Avenue, and Gladys Avenue, I always say it was a street that was a dead end on both ends. You actually had to drive into it. So, we knew everyone. And, when a new car came up the street, someone was either getting company or someone got a new car. So we had a really great, it was a really great place to grow up. A lot of kids in that neighborhood. It became a very competitive place from a sports standpoint. The playground was a pretty competitive place, and you learned your sense of competition. But again, more than anything, you learned about the responsibility and really looking out for each other. I went to school at St. Catherine's in Beechview. Beechview was still one of those neighborhoods that has a streetcar and light rail, and so we could ride the streetcar or walk home, and it was a great place to have enough possibility to get into some trouble, but also the protection that there were always people looking out for you in that neighborhood. And I went on to high school at South Catholic, which became Seton LaSalle. And when I started there, it was an all-boys Catholic high school. And my senior year, it merged with one of the all-girls schools and became Seton LaSalle. And so I graduated from a co-ed high school, and then went on to college at Penn State. I was at Penn State during the years when Penn State won their first national championship, which was a great excitement. One of my best friends, someone who I went from kindergarten through Penn State with, was on that national championship team, Greg Gattuso, who became a coach here locally and now the coach at the University of Albany. And my brother Jim was there as well. So, I have an older brother Jim, an older brother Tom, and a younger sister Barb. And but Jim and I were at Penn State together. And when I got out of school, I chose a career in public service, but I went back to school at night. I earned my master's degree at Carnegie Mellon. I earned my law degree at Duquesne. And in my first year of law school, on break at Christmas, I got married. My wife Jill and I now live in Mount Washington. We've lived there for 27 years. We love living there. It's handy to everything and just a great diverse neighborhood. And so for the last 15 years, obviously I've been the city controller. But we have a very close tie to friends I grew up with, to of course to my family. I've been fortunate. I was fortunate that my both my parents lived into their 90s. They have both since passed, but having that foundation, I think, really helped me become who I am. We wouldn't really even be talking about the job of county exec if we as a community 25 years ago didn't take the bold leap to create this new government, this new position of county exec. I led that effort. I didn't know back then that I was going to run for county exec, but I led that effort, and I think it says a lot about who I am, because it wasn't just about the vision. It's taking a vision and implementing it. It's seeing a problem and addressing it, making vision a reality. It's the one thing that I've done that I don't think anyone else in this race can say. I'm someone who knows how to take something from press conference to practice. It's not just about the talk. It's the action. It's about getting things done, and bringing vision to reality. And that's what I bring. That's what I bring to this race, and that's what I've done throughout my career. Last 15 years as city controller, we focus so much on transparency, open government, and accountability. But we didn't just talk about it. We created tools that allow our citizens, that allow anyone who wants to know about city government and what's going on in city government to see. We created an Open Book Pittsburgh, which is a searchable database of all of our contracts, along with all of the political contributions, so that you can really see the pay to play that goes on in government. We created Fiscal Focus Pittsburgh, which is a visualization tool of all the city's spending and the city's budget, so that you can in real time see all the spending that goes on. You can track that spending. You can trend it over time. A great tool for us. And we've just increased the level of accountability. The audits that we've done have found millions of dollars in waste and fraud and abuse, and we bring that to the light of the people of this city and make recommendations on improving this city. One of the probably most important meetings I took as city controller was at the University of Pittsburgh, in a conversation that ended up creating an organization called Connect, the Congress of Neighboring Communities. Connect is the city and all of the communities that touch the city of Pittsburgh working together for the first time on issues important to the urban core of this region. And I think that's important for the next county exec, because the next county exec, I believe, needs to drive a new relationship with our municipal partners. 129 municipalities out there that, we really have to have a new relationship with that partnership. I believe that government is pretty simple when you think about it. It's about keeping people safe and healthy. It's about keeping neighborhoods clean and affordable. It's about doing that in a way that's fiscally responsible. And it's about acting with fairness and equity. And if we can help our municipalities all over the county do that, that's going to really allow the county exec to focus on the thing that it should be focused on, which is economic development and creating jobs and growth for this region. What I want to do is create an office of municipal partnership, where we'll be working every day on these issues to bring value-added services to every community across Allegheny County, so that the police response or the emergency response or anything else isn't dependent on what boundary you just happen to cross at any given time. We want to have value-added services in every community in Allegheny County, and that's what this office is going to focus on. I bring unprecedented and unparalleled credentials to this job. I'm a lawyer. I hold a master's degree in public administration, and I have a history of working in several capacities critical and important to the work of county executive. As I said, I was the city controller for 15 years, where we brought new levels of transparency and accountability. I was a county official. I worked in the county court system, modernized the county court system. When we took over the county court system, it looked like something out of Charles Dickens, with people writing in big books on big desks. And we modernized that into the most technologically advanced court recording office in the country at the time, and in a system that works and continue to work to this day. And even before that, I'm the person that led the effort to create the job of county executive and helped to write the Home Rule Charter. And so, I have worked my entire career working to make government work better for the people that it serves. And again, doing it in a way where we're not just talking about it, we're actually implementing change. I'm the one person in this race that has actually implemented change at a high level here in Allegheny County, both in reform of our government, technological advance, and also bringing new transparency and accountability here in the city. So I bring unparalleled credentials to this job, and I'm looking forward to doing the work.
Thank you for watching this video of Pittsburgh Events. To watch this video again or any other video from Pittsburgh Events, you can go to the YouTube channel as 18 Ricco. It's youtube.com/ /18RICCO. Again, thank you for watching, and you can check out this video and any other video from Pittsburgh events and many other videos that didn't make it on TV.
So the position of county executive really was created to be the voice and the conductor of economic development and growth here in Allegheny County. And that's really where our focus has to be. Obviously, the work that I want to do around this new partnership with municipalities plays into that. But it's really about, when you think about economic development, I think about it a lot differently than most people do. A lot of people say, oh, we need to incentivize companies and pay them to come here and create jobs here. What I think, or that we have to, subsidize land speculation for developers. My feeling is that we need to invest in ourselves. That we need to invest in our communities, that we need to create the kind of communities where people want to live, where businesses want to locate. And that investment it goes in a number of ways. When it comes to economic development, I think having someone who understands both the economic development from the 30,000 square foot view, but also down to the detail. When I see situations like we have right now going on in McKees Rocks, where the county housing authority is going to redevelop a property down there. It's great that they're going to bring new housing down there. They're just replacing what's there right now. But where that property sits, it's just right behind that shopping center as you drive into McKees Rocks. You figure you have that property. Just beyond it, you have another 20 or 30 acres of undeveloped land. And right before it, you have the old Calusi Chevrolet site that Alcosan now owns, because they're going to use that as part of their tunneling project. See, when you put that together, you get to realize that there's now an assemblage there, that you could do something much more than just replace public housing. You could do something transformative for that community, working with Alcosan, working with the Housing Authority, working with McKees Rocks and the Stowe Rock School District. We could have really done something transformative there, and I see that as a missed opportunity. And so I think it's part of the county executive's job to be able to see those kind of opportunities. I think a similar opportunity might exist for us and likely exist for us in across the borders of Rankin, Braddock, East Pittsburgh, North Braddock, and doing some real transformative kind of infrastructure investment, economic development investment there. Really, that's what it's about, investing in us. But also understanding the details. I mean, we need to understand that every municipality has its own code enforcement. They have their own building codes. We really need, part of the job of this Office of Municipal Partnership, I want to be able to get in there and really understand what codes are, how we can start to standardize a lot of that information, standardize data across all of our code enforcement officials in Allegheny County. And I think that really will allow us to do a lot more around economic development, particularly at the municipal level. The other thing I want to do is, at the municipal level, I want to create a municipal infrastructure bank, another avenue where municipalities will be able to invest in their own communities by bundling these projects across Allegheny County. We're going to be able to get better rates, and we're going to be able to really find new avenues of investment for all of our municipalities. But investment also comes in when it comes to our people. And that's why I've created the Allegheny Achievers Program. The Allegheny Achievers Program is going to make the Community College of Allegheny County free for every high school graduate in Allegheny County. It's a critical project. It's a big, bold idea, and it's necessary. We know right now in Allegheny County, 60% of all job vacancies require some form of certificate and not a 4-year degree. So we can fill that workforce need. We also know that we have a massive student debt crisis. So if we can help students get 60 credits for free before they go on to their 4-year school, if that's what they choose to do, that's going to have a big impact on their future. And we also know that the community college has been a great place for us to find apprentices in our trade programs, personnel for our public safety organizations, and so it's a win-win-win. And really, that's what I want Pittsburgh to do. I want us to win, and not just the Steelers. I want our region to win, and I know that we can lead to that brighter future. I've been traveling throughout this county, every community. We're out knocking on doors. We're talking to people on their porches. We're talking to them in church halls, in community centers. We're talking about an Allegheny County where our municipalities are working better with the county. We're talking about delivering value-added services in every community. And a lot of things come out of those conversations. We talk about the issues that we have around blight and housing. I know that when you look at a community and you see a home that is abandoned, you'd like to buy that house, but you can't because it's so underwater in liens that you'd never be able to get through that. So we want to put proposals on the table that are going to deal with those issues. I want to create a countywide tax claim bureau so that we can deal more effectively with a lot of those properties, so that people can have the chance to buy them. On the other side, we've got corporations all over this county buying up properties, so we need good local ordinances that require some kind of local connection to properties so that everyone has a fair chance to buy properties. That also helps us deal with the affordability of housing across Allegheny County. And those are the kind of issues that we're hearing from people. And as I go around and talk to people, we're bringing solutions, we're bringing leadership, and we're bringing ideas to the table. I think I'm the only candidate in this race that is out there doing that on a daily basis, talking to voters, asking them for their vote, but really talking to them about the issues that they face and providing solutions to the problems that they see in their community. Allegheny County is a big place, and with 129 municipalities, many of them just don't have the resources to do what needs to be done, whether it's public safety protection, whether it's fire protection, whether it is just basic operations and street maintenance and the things that you need in your community. Allegheny County needs to be the facilitator of a new model of delivery of service in every one of our municipalities. And I'm the person that has been out in those communities talking about these issues, have the experience in bringing these municipalities together, as I did with creating the Congress of Neighboring Communities here in the city of Pittsburgh, and really working through problems in a meaningful way, in a way that makes our government more effective, in a way that makes our government more efficient, and in a way that really does deliver value-added services to our citizens in every community. So I'm asking for your vote, and I'm asking for every vote because I know that we can bring the kind of bold leadership and the kind of big ideas that this county needs right now. And we're going to build a better Allegheny County.
Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so I can bring you more videos on subjects like this and many other topics. Please leave any comments in the comment section, any questions or comments. I'll get back to them as soon as I possibly can. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.